Take me to the home of pizza! Up the village!
And away they go to the home of pizza.
What's up, Perry County? Welcome back to the Perry County Podcast, Perry County's #1 podcast. Thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing.
How's it going, boys?
Oh, it's
Pretty
going.
good, boys.
It's going.
How's it going, Will? I feel like I ain't talked to you, Trent, in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, y'all didn't have TCAT this week.
And
I feel like I didn't see y'all at all. I think I seen both of y'all in the hall the same day. I seen y'all like Thursday.
Yeah.
But I feel like I haven't seen y'all since last Saturday.
It's
Yeah,
been a hot
it's
minute.
definitely been close to it, if it's not that exactly. Speaking of that, still haven't put the episode out, but there's a method, and my thinking is put it out tomorrow. We got one in the bank. We're back to having one in the bank. So, I figured it's better than just missing another day out of nowhere when we could just miss an extra one that we already missed. Also, I'm sorry that we missed, but
we do really
we're back.
apologize.
And with everything coming, we've got a big surprise, I'd say. So with that knowledge, we've got a few more guests lined up, but after that, season 1 of the Perry County Podcast is coming to a close. So
and are we thinking, how long of a break are we thinking to take? Maybe like a 2-week break?
however long it takes to finish that big surprise, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Really need to get on that.
I think we could finish that in, if we really sat down one weekend
We
and just
could do
worked
it in a
on it,
day if we
could do it. But
It's the time that we don't have. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
all of us have quite a bit going on right now. We're just kind of all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But especially with today's episode, I went through like 3. We had somebody scheduled, and I guess it's just not going to work out. And so we tried to get somebody else, didn't answer. And it's not a last call guest, that's for sure. It's just one that I wanted to slap on the front.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our guest. Today's guest, ladies and gentlemen, is the one, the only Gage Smithson.
Our boy from way back when.
How you doing, son?
How you doing, Bubba?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
What's
Y'all
up?
doing all right?
Doing great, man. How are
Doing
you?
great, man.
Good to hear you.
It's good to have you on my set.
It's good to finally be on here.
I've been anticipating this episode for
For a
so
long
long.
I cannot
When the
explain
when the
to you.
podcast wasn't even made and it was in the mix, you were already one of the guests that was
lined up.
Yeah.
wanted to be on.
Because,
Yeah.
Times haven't been perfect. They haven't lined up, but
no.
Today was the day.
We all kind of have things going on, and that's good. We all understand that, everybody's got stuff going on.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's just part of it.
let's start it off with a hot topic real quick. What about robbery at old Ace the Place?
Okay, man.
The place with the helpful hardware, folks?
that's what y'all been talking about all day. I want to hear about it.
I want to hear about this.
I just want to know who's got the nuts on them to rob that place. Because you got to think, there's an ex-cop that works there, and the man that owns it is an ex-Marine.
And then there's an ex-Navy down at the other store. So what are they doing? What are these guys doing?
It's...
The
Actually,
I'd
just one guy.
like to meet the man who's got the kahunas big enough to just waltz in there and do it.
And he walked out.
up in Lewis County has been robbed like twice now, and the other day actually, it wasn't too long ago, it got robbed again, and it was actually 2 kids from our school, and I don't know them personally, but I know of them, and
Yeah, you kind of know who they are.
I thought it was pretty funny because that just seems to be the gas station that gets hit a lot.
Yeah.
Now, which one was that?
That's the one that is when you're coming into town and you're flying by the hospital on the left, passing
I got
the
you.
main road. That's
got you.
That one, you take that road to the left.
So it's that little one right there?
And that little shell gas station.
Yeah.
That place has been robbed 3 times now.
2 or 3 times.
That little shelter, it's in the most annoying place, though.
Yeah.
There was
really
another
is.
time where they waited. There was some people, I don't know who it was, but they waited until like it was a stormy night. Like all
Yeah.
the power got cut out, and they robbed it whenever the power got cut out.
Well, I see what people like to do in their free time when the power cuts out. I usually just sit there next to a candle, but
I was about to say, normally,
I mean, I guess when the
normally I
power
go to
goes out-
sleep.
That's just,
Honestly-
some people be thinking about robbing the TriStar, but
no.
Like, normally if the powers went out, that means that it's raining real hard, it's storming,
I
and
couldn't
sleep
imagine.
like a baby in
I couldn't
storms.
imagine you could get like that much money out of robbing a TriStar either.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see.
I don't know how they. I mean, they keep those registers stocked to a certain point. They got
Exactly.
to.
Yeah.
And that's all
So,
they
like,
need to get. What else you gonna get? I mean, a
Really,
drink?
like yeah,
Drink on
you're
the way
gonna
out,
you're
I
gonna
mean-
go in there and steal some snacks or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
there's not much to rob at a TriStar.
I mean, I can understand.
At
robbing-
any kind of gas
robbing
station,
the
really, like,
hardware
Exactly. Like
they hold, what, $2.50 in the cash register at most?
maybe.
I could understand a robbery at like the hardware store today. I mean, it's a hardware store.
I was about to say, you can get a bunch of, like, high-dollar tools, you know?
It was still crazy to us that it happened though.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean,
it's
I mean, it's
wild.
Perry County, so,
yeah.
when there's a robbery, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, we ain't out here wilding like Lewis
Apparently,
County.
apparently he got in like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just awake at 3 a.m. thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna go get Ace to place." I mean, I don't know.
Let me place this here. I don't know who you are, but why are you robbing my boy Jackie?
For real.
Come
honestly-
sit in the seat. Take the mantle.
Come on, man.
I'll talk with you. What's
It's-
good?
That's his way of feeding his family. Like,
And
seriously.
if you are subscribed, thank you so much. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Unsubscribe.
yeah,
Not you at home, but the
culprit.
culprit.
Yeah.
The man who robbed Ace.
Yeah.
He hit the glass door with a hammer and just walked in, grabbed. It looked like it was planned almost because there's tools when you come in, and then there's a second one, then there's a third one.
Yeah.
He robbed off the third one. Why would you pass up the $1,000 tool set when you first come in the door?
Maybe he was looking for something specific.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe he needed a toilet seat, man.
I mean, he walked in, he grabbed
Just
3
didn't have
boxes
the bucks
and
to pay
walked
for it.
out.
Maybe.
And
Had to keep it a buck and go get it.
in under a minute, he
Trying to
did
keep
that.
it on the low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he just walked. He just walked out.
Did he end up? Did they get arrested?
No,
No,
I haven't
like
caught
we-
him yet. He's on. He's
The
on a
ones
couple.
who robbed the tribe, they got arrested. They got arrested. Yeah.
Was there
So
any
not only
cameras that
are
could
they
have caught him or
robbing a
anything?
tri-stop,
Yeah, we caught
they're
him.
also getting caught.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you get caught robbing a gas station too.
The way this guy did
that's-
it,
That's
he didn't
tough.
have a car. There was no car. He walked. So there's no plates to get. There's no nothing.
I was
It's
about to say,
covered up.
that that's sounding like he planned that. He walked in, robbed, had his car parked in a specific spot, walked to it.
had to. It's wild.
Bunch of thugs.
Exactly.
And it sounds like they hitting a TriStar too. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, them Hornwall boys out there wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. It's a little different.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the way I was raised, but like, if you get to a point where like you got to rob somewhere, then maybe you should ask for some help.
For real. You ain't kidding.
I think if you're at that point, you need to. The better thing to do is maybe put in an application somewhere.
Put it, yeah.
That's
Put
a
in
more-
an
that's-
application
that-
somewhere.
That's a more reasonable.
But like,
more reasonable.
yeah.
Solution.
get some help for Christ's sake, people.
Oh, I pray for him. But I mean, there's only so much you do in
Yeah.
a scenario like that.
I don't know. I had never really understood robberies.
I ain't
You know, maybe talking about robberies, maybe some like somebody taking a car or something. You know, that leads into like games and stuff. You know, and this guy right here, he is the
One of the
he's
OGs.
guy. He is the OG.
One of the OGs.
Mr. OG Peanut.
That's right.
Some people know him as Lower Fungus. Some people know him as Little Peanut. Some people know him as I don't even know what people know him as. To be honest
Yeah,
with
for
you.
real. He's a legend.
Many names.
Many names.
Many names.
There's been very many names.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
What's the bad one?
We ain't gonna bring those ones up.
But I mean, yeah, we've all grew up. We all play games together. You know, I mean, Especially, I know me and you started out on what was it, Disney Infinity?
We started out on.
And then Terraria.
It was the little Xbox 360 games like that. That's the nostalgia of the.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Back in them days.
And the only thing you look forward to sitting at school was like, man, it's about to be Friday night. About to
Only
play
thing
with
you
the
could-
boys.
Only thing you could think of. all
Y'all
day
remember
long.
those weekends where we used to get on at like 4 o'clock on Fridays, and we wouldn't get off till like
3 o'clock.
6 o'clock at night on Sunday.
I remember there was days me and Connor would sit in class and we would write up our plans for what we were gonna do
Yeah.
on GTA that night.
Yep.
And like we had the whole night planned out, and it was
And we would
And
do
we
that
get it
step
done,
by
too, also.
step.
get it done. Get all
Just
of it done.
There
we were
were
like,
so many nights where, like, I mean, we just nose to the grindstone, basically. I mean, just working away
yeah.
at whatever it was.
Dude, we were like in 7th and 8th grade, but we were grinding on these games like a 40-year-old man working his 9 to 5.
Yeah, I lost a lot of sleep.
I did
Oh,
too.
so much sleep
Too
was
much-
just
too
down
much
the
sleep.
drain.
Once you get done though, it's like with your project that you're working on, it's so worth it.
I feel like I got so much sleep to keep up. I mean, like I could catch up on from those days. Like I feel like I could go to sleep at any point.
I feel like I could go to sleep for the next.
I've got like a
2 years.
year
Like,
worth of sleeping
Yeah,
left.
like if I just sit down and think about it, it makes me tired.
Exactly. I value my sleep so much these days. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like if I'm staying up for
you're
you,
stingy
you better,
on that
you
Xbox.
better know there's something.
I am.
He's stingy on that Xbox.
Nowadays, I'm very stingy about my sleep. I'm a man who has to have some sleep. I
can't
cannot wake
blame you.
up in a grumpy mood or be tired. Because, I mean, well, most of the time I will wake up in a grumpy mood, but I'll make it better throughout
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah.
After
Yeah,
I get
like-
a shower or something.
Like you get a shower, you're like, all right, maybe it's not gonna be that
Exactly.
bad,
Then
you
I
know.
wake up and it's like, okay. But if I'm just, like, dog tired.
Like you go to
and,
sleep at like 2 in the morning, roll out of bed at 6:30 for school. You're
I'll skip.
I can say I haven't.
He said, "I'm not going."
For some reason, I haven't skipped a day of school this year. See, I hope you know May hits. I will not be there the month of May.
I've skipped. And
Me
thank
neither.
God
But
that
I've
I'm
also
not
missed
sick.
a lot.
Yeah, I was over.
I don't know why I haven't missed. Normally, you know, I miss a couple, but
Well, you know, I definitely missed a lot.
I've missed. I think my last report card said that I had like 13 absences.
Golly,
Dang.
they would have done had you in court at our school.
Yeah, no, they're. I don't know.
One
they're-
sickness too.
They haven't said. I haven't had anything said to me this year or any years before that. And I haven't. I have not been on school like 100%. I
Yeah.
skipped.
at least one day a month.
In my eyes, I see where school
days
can
a
be
month.
good. I see where school can be good for some people. Like I get it. Like it's a place for people to go to get away from their house. Like you know, for the most part, you know, like you go to school, you get your free meal. Like if you're in that situation. But like in the shoes that I'm in, and it's being my senior year and having a few months left, I haven't since junior year. Honestly, since like the day I walked in there, like I have not seen the point in me being in that high school.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's just going through the summer, just working the whole summer, getting that money, and then you go back to where you're working less hours, and then you're just you're hardly making enough to get by, and you're just like,
Yep.
Which I feel like nowadays with school, it's more getting you into the system of waking up early and going and having to do something that you got to do. So
Yeah.
they're trying to get you to
Yeah.
a normal,
I
a normal
see,
stability.
like I said, like I see where, you know, like it's useful, whatever. But like for someone like me, like I know 100%, like if I would have been done with school at 8th grade, I would have been A-okay.
Exactly. Same as it is now.
Same as it is now.
Same as it
I was
is
about
now.
to
No
say, don't-
different, just a little better off probably.
Just a little more mature. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I see things different. I always have, really. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
the
don't
same
see
way.
the point of me sitting in that building. And because I don't learn anything. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't
Yeah.
learned anything in years. Because, like, I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but, like, I'm not the dumbest guy. I mean, you know.
Maybe
not
somebody
you, but-
going to college, you know.
Oh
maybe
yeah,
for
I
the
mean it's
credit
good
part.
for people going to college.
Yeah, like people
I'm
going to
not
college,
going.
let them go to high school, but I'm not.
I'm
so.
not either.
Like, I'm I'm in TCAT right
that's
now.
Not,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned something about TCAT earlier. That's I've actually been very happy about that this week because I've been able to get out of school at 12 o'clock
Yeah.
all week long.
We've been out. We go in the morning because that's all they offer.
I go at the end of the
So
day.
we've been out in the morning.
I go
Yeah.
at 12:05 and then we come back over to the high school to go home.
which is literally 100 yards up the street and across the road.
Across the road,
Right. Yeah, it is just right up there.
You know, they let us drive before. Like, they'd let us drive from school to TCAT.
Really?
Yeah, we were the only TCAT Hornwall to do that. Because we're technically y'all. Like, we're just a little... Our building says TCAT Hornwall.
It's
And,
an extension.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
had some people ruin that. I won't say any names, but some people were spinning tires out the parking lot, revving their trucks and cars up, and they got a noise complaint put on us, so they took that away.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we get on a bus, 7:45.
That's
Minute
how-
late,
yeah.
you have to sit in the detention room.
Well, see, our bus sucks because we will go over there and stay over there, and we'll come out to leave, and we come out at about 2:30.
Yeah.
And school lets out at 2:50, so we're standing out there, and a lot of the times we'll be standing out there until about 2:45, 2:46, and they'll come pick us up from the TCAT then.
Dang. They make you wait that long outside?
I mean, I don't like really mind it because I don't have anywhere I gotta be. Like I'm still gonna be at school either way. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the end of the day anyways. You're just like,
I
I
ain't
mean,
got no-
like, yeah, we can wait here a few more minutes, you know?
Exactly.
Like, I ain't got to do nothing. Yeah, let's go out early.
But like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
There's a lot of people that are in a rush whenever they're leaving and
Right.
stuff, and then the bell will be ringing whenever we're walking back into the school.
So everybody's just pushing through,
Yeah,
y'all.
exactly.
Dang.
Yeah, that puts a rush.
Just out of curiosity, do y'all have HVAC at Hornwall?
I don't even know what
No.
that is.
No, they don't. We went up there
No.
and toured it not too long ago.
Yeah, they don't have HVAC at the Hornwall campus. What do they have?
There's
have it-
there's one in Crump, there's one in Dixon. Those are
Yeah.
the two closest.
that have HVAC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, what are y'all taking in TCAT right now?
I'm in industrial maintenance.
So am I.
And right now I'm on my welding part, so I'm over there on the welding side right now.
Now
Your
mine's
boys
a
got to
little
go to
different.
Dixon for 16 months.
He's doing welding right now. That's like an extension. We're done with industrial maintenance.
Yeah, like we're done with it. We're on our elective, so it's like you got to do 400 hours or whatever
Yeah.
in that one thing. So once I get done with this one, I've got to go back and do the. I'm either gonna do robotics or machining.
See, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the
That
robotics.
don't sound bad. That sounds.
But like my thinking is I'm not gonna use what I'm going to TCAT for
I really won't.
because I thought it was plumbing and electrical.
It's not.
I got done with the electrical stuff within like the first 2 weeks when we got there. We were done with it almost.
Yeah, so I got what I wanted.
Yeah, I got what I wanted like 2 weeks in, and I'm just sitting there like, well, crap. Now I'm gonna learn factory stuff.
I mean, I didn't.
Which the
mind,
hydraulics ain't bad, pneumatics
No.
ain't bad.
It's
It's not bad.
something
It's
to
just
say
like
that
something
you
that
know
like I
how to do.
want.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good to put under your belt because it's kind of like a little sum up of everything.
That's what right now I'm going over there for machine tool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
See,
what-
that's
that-
See, machine tool's really good to get into. I'll tell you that right now.
we've made some cool stuff over there. Like I don't know. It's not been a bad class, but the I don't know. The class is just kind of weird, so to say.
I feel you.
Just
See, like-
how things are ran in it.
His elective is welding right now, and like, I leave school an hour early, an hour before everybody else to go to work, because I do work-based learning, and with where I work now, I get the opportunity to like do a lot of things in like real life scenarios,
Right.
thanks to work. So like, I now know like I can run a bandsaw, which relatively simple. It's you press a button, turn the knob, and let it go.
Oh yeah, easy. Just
That
don't
one's
put
simple.
your fingers down there.
Yeah, don't put your fingers between the metal and the saw blade moving, I don't know, 200 miles an hour.
It's going fast.
But I can do that, and I know how to like properly there's stuff called no-air paint. It's basically what they use in like car shops. And I can properly do that. I learned to weld, learned to, use a torch, whatever.
Right.
I mean, I get to be around stuff like that. So
That's helpful. Like
yeah, like
that's good.
I'll never have a certification to say that I can weld But, like,
can
it's-
yeah.
They don't give you no certification.
at work. No,
Nah,
no.
maybe a big corporation.
Literally today, my boss, he handed me, our shop boss handed me, one of our big bosses, he's my uncle, handed me his helmet. He said, here, just put this on your head. You're going to have to tighten it down a lot because your uncle's got an absolute unit of a head. And then here's this MIG gun. Start welding. He's like, take that scrap metal and just figure it out.
OSHA certified.
See this?
See,
Speaking
I've
of
got OSHA.
I've got 30 hours of
I've
OSHA.
got 10 hours.
I have
of
2 OSHA cards in my wallet right now. That
Which
say
one?
my name on them.
Yeah,
You
I
got
got
OSHA
mine.
10 and OSHA 30?
I've got my card.
You pull them out.
Yeah, you wanna?
Here's my 10 hour general industry.
Yep, 10 hour general.
Oh boy, here we go.
And in about a month and a half, I will have my
Check it.
30 hour.
So yours is dark blue, mine's light.
30 hours of that.
Did you do the 10 also, or did
No,
you just do the 30?
I just did the 30.
See, one of these we did in
Oh, NCCR. Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, I got
too.
NCCR.
Yeah, I've got
as well.
NCCER.
those are the ones that we did.
Yeah, but speaking of cards and stuff, I know these ain't really cards, but they are. Eventually, they're gonna be like trading cards almost, but not really. They just be like meant to sit in your dash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We grab that fanny pack for a second, hand it here.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. So I don't know if you know this about me, Gage, but I had a little side project for a little while,
Man bought a Polaroid.
and I need to finish it. Weird, wacky pictures, right? You know me, it fits me, weird, wacky. But I can pass them out, and they're one of a kind. So, like, once I get rid of them, I won't have them anymore.
Right.
Some of them don't have names, but
Man,
why don't you
man
check
started
these
a
out?
collection.
I'm going to hand them out. So, I don't remember exactly what all of them look like, but they're definitely, they will go around soon. I'm about to finish this project, I swear.
Oh, I like that one. That one's cool.
Yeah.
That one's that truck near where you used to live.
Is it?
Yeah, in Cornwall. The Pepsi truck.
Uh-huh.
Now, what you saying
Yeah.
about work, that's what I love about Ace. All those contractors, different things coming in there. Dude, I learned so much.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like, hey, you want to come help sometime? I'm like, yeah, sure. They're like, what do you want me to pay you? I'm like, whatever you want to pay me, man. I mean, I'm here to learn.
What's this one?
Which
The
one?
Losers Club?
Yeah, because look, they all kind of resemble a member of the Losers
Oh,
Club.
yeah, I get it. That's cool.
Let me see it. It's been a while since I've seen that one. Yep. Yep.
How long ago was that?
Which one? That picture?
That Loser Club?
About October, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd say around that area. Because around October was the time I was doing it. But I definitely do want to finish it. That's a picture of Ellis at mock homecoming with his girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Dang.
Ellis and Emma. You like the name?
Is he in a dress?
Yeah,
Yes.
in a wig. That's why it's
That's what our mock homecoming
That sounds
is.
about right.
You shooting shots at Ellis?
Hey, speaking of Ellis, are we, you wanting to go see him?
He wanted to see you, so I guess I'll.
I'm down for whatever. You're the one driving.
Everybody wanted to see Gage. Everybody.
I don't come down to Perry
Speaking
I
of coming
know,
down to
man.
Perry County, when you do come down, you go down there to your grandparents, and they're selling their
Yes,
place.
they are. They're selling it for $500,000 too.
They've had that thing since I was me.
Yeah, I know. They've had it. I remember sitting on the pig
Look at that
outside
one.
on the porch of it, and I can't see, what is it?
My feet are hanging out of a window, and Trenton was driving,
Oh,
and
I thought you were pointing at
We were
something. I was
coming
like,
back
it's
from
black.
home walk,
I
and
can't
I hope
see.
you know I was running a solid 75 or 80.
Any
You
troopers?
just had your feet dangling out.
Oh, he just had him feet a dangling.
that's why it's named Godspeed.
Godspeed.
I really like
But-
Godspeed.
Yeah, they're getting rid of it. That's
Yeah,
dude. You know how weird it's gonna be when somebody buys that, and I go in there, and it's not Carrie and Jamie.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Every
know, I
time.
don't know if I'd be able to walk in there if
Uh,
it wasn't. Old man
Every
walking.
time that I've ever been that I've gone through Lovell in the past year, I've always stopped in there and talked to your grandma.
I've came down a lot more recently this year and started bringing like Ross and not long ago me, Ross and Zaylin and Bailey, we all went down there and ate.
Dang.
I bring everybody down there and
It's good food.
so she can meet them.
Yeah,
Good food, man.
yeah, but
I'll be sad.
I know
to see
we
it
went
go.
in there about the
That's
time.
good. I like that.
this cardboard Kev, he's right here.
I know.
He's got his
I love
own-
that. I love that.
He's got his own setup, you know.
No,
About
this
about
is-
the time you started working at Hardee's.
This is the best one so far.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best one so far.
That is a good
Rippy.
picture.
Is that him, baby?
No, it's Rippy Doodle.
That's Rip Doodle.
That's Rippy Doodle.
He's got the pits on. Did you see that one of me out in the river in a suit? I was looking at the
That's-
gold watch.
No,
so
yeah,
cool.
you look pimping in that.
I actually recreated that with my senior pictures. Whenever I asked the lady, I said, "Have you ever had anybody ask you that?" She's like, "No,
Yeah.
never before." So I guess that was the first time.
I seen
But-
you posted it on your Instagram. Is this the one you were talking about?
Yeah. That's the original. That's where I got the idea from, right there.
Yeah.
That picture.
No, that picture.
Photo
I'm not
creds
even
to
gonna
that
lie,
one,
That
McKinney.
picture was fire. Whenever you put that's a good picture.
Yeah.
Girl on a buffalo.
And you own a chicken.
Gage?
That makes no sense. But it's a good picture.
We should tell the people
And
about the first time that I met you. Like one of the first time, prom night.
Prom night?
Yeah.
Was that the first time we met?
It was, what was that, first or second time I met him?
wait a minute. So are you talking about like last year prom or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one we left early and went bowling.
The one I
Yeah,
met-
yeah.
No, that was
yeah.
last
That
year's
was last
prom.
year's prom.
That was the first or second time I met him in person. And we go bowling that night. And this man, when he bowls,
They're backwards.
You're good.
he throws the bowling ball. And I'm sitting here, and we're looking around, not expecting it.
Not just throws this bowling ball. I mean, launches it halfway down the lane
I don't
before
even-
it touches the
I don't even
ground.
remember this.
I swear that it touched the roof and come back down and bounced.
You don't
the
remember
whole
that
way.
we had that blue? It was a light blue ball. It weighed like 6 pounds or something.
It went flying.
It got. You accidentally done it the first time because it got stuck on your finger, your thumb, or something, and you went poof, and it just launched. And this was whenever.
Was this the same time that we went out to eat and Ellis was with us?
No, that was 8th grade.
No,
You come.
okay.
There was that night that I drove you up there. It was me, you, Pig, and Mike's old lady, and we drove up to Jackson.
Y'all rode in the
Okay,
same
okay.
vehicle up to Jackson.
You threw
And
the
then-
bowling ball and it hit the roof. That's what they're saying. You don't
Oh yeah,
remember that?
I'm just trying to remember
Remember
which
what not?
time it, I'm
Which
trying-
time it was?
I'm trying to
There's been a lot of bowling. There's been a lot of bowling.
Yeah.
Well, because that's all we know to do.
I was-
What are you supposed to
Really
do
all
after
there
a
is,
prom?
yeah.
I was
Let's
gonna
go
say,
bowling.
Let's go.
Let's go
bowling.
Like, who's gonna want to go
Let's go out to
skating?
eat
I'm
and
gonna
go
bust
bowling.
my butt trying to
exactly.
skate. Like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done it every time I've skated. I fell and busted my butt. I cannot skate.
I can't either.
our 8th grade, which was supposed to be like our 8th grade trip or whatever.
Yeah.
We went to the Jackson Family Fun Center, and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's go skate. Let's go skate." Your boy can't skate,
No.
so
no,
I
no.
grabbed the wall and I waddled down the wall, and
That's
then
the Polaroid right
You gotta
there.
let me know how good that comes out.
It's got a,
I gotta hide it from the sunlight. So we can continue. Who was talking?
I don't even remember what I was saying now.
talking about the 8th grade trip.
Oh yeah, but like I crab walked on the wall, and then I made it like halfway around the arena, and then I just turned around, went back out. I took the skates off before I even went to go back out go back out the gap. I handed him my skates. I said, "I'm done skating." He said, "Oh, you sure you don't want to skate no more?" I said, "I'm plenty sure I don't want to skate no more."
Positive, yeah. I think the last time I went skating was maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that.
You remember when they used to have a skating rink in Homewell?
I don't try
I
to
do.
skate very
I
often.
never went to it.
We actually that's a spot where we do a lot of donuts at. We'll just
Yeah.
stop there.
Right there where that skating rink used to be.
Let's put it in there.
Yeah, I went to a skating rink one time in Savannah, an old school skating rink. Like they were about to close down. It was crazy, and some people had rented out, and I got invited, and I was like, dude, this
Ice
is
skating or
wild.
roller skating?
Roller skating,
Roller
old school, like
Old school.
1980s or 70s.
I've never even tried ice skating before.
No.
Oh, no. I'd probably end up getting a boot
I had
to
the
the head.
chance. I had the chance to go my 7th grade year for like our beta.
Yeah,
club.
we had that chance, but me and you did not go.
So I'm
No.
gonna- yeah, I'm gonna assume you didn't because you're still here.
Yeah.
Jaden DePriest got a concussion that
Yeah,
day.
Jaden DePriest got a concussion and
It's a good
nearly
thing
got
that-
her face sliced off.
Because they went up there to that soup kitchen up there in Nashville.
That's
They
what
did
I'm
they did whatever. They served the people. And then they went ice skating after. And then Jaden busted her head and got a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have probably got a lot worse. I would have fell through the ice, and there would have been like a pool of water.
Oh yeah.
Stick to roller skates.
No, that day, Nana took me and you to watch a movie instead.
That's right. What did we watch that day?
What did we watch that day?
I don't know, but
I remember there's one time I won't ever forget. I don't know why, but this memory is engraved into my head. Whenever me and you rode to see the new Avengers or
Thor?
Spider-Man. Thor, that's what it was. It was Thor Ragnarok.
on the way up there,
first
dude, we
came
was
out.
bumping to Rhett and Link songs.
Yes.
Started with Vacation and went to like the Belly Button song.
We was picking
Dang.
all the way up there.
And then after as soon as I got back home, I remember we got on Xbox and got a Fortnite dub. I remember that. One of our like third dubs back in like season 1. It was like season 2.
Vanilla with a top hat time.
We was actually listening to that on the way up here. But
Vanilla wafer top hat
yeah.
night?
So good.
I want to get into this conversation because I think this conversation actually shows a little bit of why we actually do this. So I know we've talked about with some other guests, like we've talked about, like we've always wanted to do YouTube, but like we never talked to the extent of this man right here. He's a big reason right there. That's for sure. He's a big reason we're sitting here right now.
I was about to say.
It's lots and lots of ideas and long nights talking about just
Like,
Just a bunch of
used
kids
to,
sitting there
when
dreaming.
we played like
Dreaming.
Minecraft. Like,
exactly.
that
That was a big game that made us like.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
game.
we always talked, and I want to say we tried our damnedest to talk it into reality,
Yeah, we did, and I mean,
like talking it into existence.
and the craziest part that's blown my mind ever since y'all started doing this is the fact that y'all basically it has been talked into reality.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we finally done it.
I mean, trust me, we're not sitting here, like million subs, whatever, drawing money off of it. We're sitting here having fun.
But it does feel good because
It's weird though because
In-
we got a sponsor.
Yeah,
That's so surreal,
That's like that. I don't know. After
and we never talked about sponsors.
Hell
like
no. Not
that,
at all.
we always figured that was way too far
Yeah,
out there.
like-
Yeah.
We brought it up one night. We did, and I was like, "What if?" Or somebody.
It was me. I was like,
Yeah.
what if we get a Village sponsorship? This was before
Yeah, that was
I even
right
posted.
when Village opened.
But like,
Whenever I'm talking like the old days. Whenever me, you, and Gage would talk about it on like Xbox parties. We brought it up one time, and we mentioned Village because it was when they had first opened up.
whenever Bart and Blake took over.
Whenever Bart and Blake took over, that was kind of like talk of the town or whatever. And we brought it up, and then now to know that that's real,
and now you've brought it to a reality.
it's
Telling you.
insane. I want to grow this so bad. Like you have.
And you're looking at a future millionaire, Gage.
Yeah, I swear, 3 future millionaires. Right?
Fact.
You're right.
Three.
4.
It's
Look
not
at
even
yourself.
that. Like, whenever I say I want to grow it, if I don't ever become a millionaire, it is what it is. I mean, it'd be nice, but
You're looking at 4.
That's a pimp for.
4 millionaires right here.
I want to grow to the point to where like we could branch out and do other ideas, and they automatically just get like people want to jump on board with them and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I think whenever you're making stuff and you're making content, you got to put your heart into it. And I also think
really
that
do.
you got to put a lot of thought into it because it's 90% skill and like 10% luck.
Yeah.
Like people only blow up because
But you have to
Like,
have to
the right
you
person.
Have to 100% want. To,
Yeah.
like, it has to be everything.
it's got to be genuine. Like you got to put enough in there. One, you got to keep people interested.
It's not a.
So
it's not
you gotta
just
know what
like
they
a,
want.
Okay, here's 100%. Here's your little pie chart or whatever.
So, like-
you need this much of this much of this. No, you got to put like 400, 500% into it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like
Overtime.
so far, what I kind of figured this when we started. Whatever. Like whenever we started, I originally thought like we get like 10 subs, like 20 views, whatever.
Yeah.
We were still gonna make them,
Yeah.
But like, because we just had so much fun filming that first one, But like, now, we average. I know we get like 100 every video. That we post a video. I post a video. I know it's gonna get 100. Like for sure. And 100's good to me. Like I said,
I was
100,
about to say,
that's pretty good.
really good.
Like we've had some videos that have like made it to 100, but like nothing much more. But like if they go over, they usually go over by a good bit.
It's just like it's mind-boggling to think that like you're producing something and putting it out there that people like.
They're actually clicking on.
People look forward to.
Yeah.
And I will say this is something, and I was going to bring it up off camera, but I feel like this is kind of a thing because hopefully we can get some input from y'all. But I had somebody say the other day that we needed to stray away from the 1.5 hour long videos. And I told him, I said, but you got to understand, we want the type of people that want 1.5 hour long videos.
Exactly.
Like,
It's a certain,
and even the people that don't want to watch an 1.5 hour long video, like,
See,
and they break it up throughout the week or whatever, that's totally fine. But to sit down for, because honestly, we'll sit here like we did with you. We talked for 20 minutes before we ever even started.
Yeah.
And we'll do the same after, if not longer.
Yeah, but well, it's kind of like what I was trying to get into. It's like you can make a podcast, you can listen to it, like you can put it out there, and you can be, this is going to do good. And it could do good if you're reaching the right amount of people that want to see it. Because podcasts, they're not for everyone. That's a given.
Right.
No.
Like, not everybody's got time to sit down and listen, sit down or watch or like. But like, the way I see it is that the people who are watching, that's what we're making it for. And we're making these shorter videos. We're not producing them as much as we used to. Or like, we've just all been a lot more busy than we used to.
Right.
But like these shorter videos, they're, if you're not into the longer, more just drawn out, like deep, sitting here talking back and forth, like a podcast, then we offer the short,
Right, like variety.
Yeah, we offer the shorter videos.
And I really
they're
want to
more
branch our varieties.
Exactly, like just
I do.
have, because I mean,
I've got
the more,
ideas.
The more variety you have, the more like open you are to more people.
And over the summer, like after we get out of school, our ability to actually branch our varieties is going to open up so much.
Dude, this summer, it's game over. Like we can do
I'm still going to have
whatever
my
we want.
quote unquote full-time job.
Exactly.
And I'm going to be working.
But this is a second full-time job.
Exactly.
We'll be
Every
working, but
spare
we're
minute.
off every weekend where me and him are going to be working. And it's not like we're working till 9 o'clock every night.
No.
It, like maybe latest it could be like 7 like max.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
It's not like from 7 till it's summertime, so like your
From
body,
5 in the morning
like
till 7
I don't
at
know,
night.
because like in summertime I feel like I run out of energy less because like you're on your feet more, you're going around more, and like you're just like built for it.
Well, once
more.
you get
and
in
the
the
days are longer too, so it's not like it's 6 o'clock, it's
What's
dark.
that, like better weather, you know, the better.
Yeah.
Like, it's warmer outside. It makes you want to stay up longer.
Yeah, like you really.
And there's so
like,
much stuff in the summer that you want to do because you're in school. I guess that's the point of being in school, to get you to the point where you're like, I got goals to do this summer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, like, because like when you're in school, you're like, I hate school. And when you're out of school, you're like, I'm going back to school. But for us, we're not going back after this.
No.
Exactly.
This
I
is
was
it.
about to say like
Like, I know we got TCAT, but it's not high school.
No,
at least when he's going to TCAT, I'm sure he's gonna be bothered by it some days. Like, man, I really hate driving out here. But like,
a 45-minute drive one way. I have to make that twice a day.
That drive.
Twice a day for 16 months. 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back.
That's a drive.
I'd start
You gotta
living
go
with,
like.
I'd start
there and
living
back
with Sharon
twice a
and
day.
Stump.
No,
if I was
once a
you.
day.
Okay. Where the?
I gotta-
How did the twice a day come?
From there.
One
back.
way,
45
45
Oh,
minutes,
you meant-
twice a
oh,
day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, no. Okay. That's. I don't know.
That's gonna be a.
It's-
Which I don't mind driving.
That could get aggravating. Real
I don't care to
quick.
drive.
But see, it's
get
interstate
aggravated real
driving.
quick.
It's interstate driving.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you this now. Over the summer, your boy is definitely buying a little car.
What time? What time are you gonna be like? What time is it on?
Well, you gotta be there at like 8, right?
I gotta be there at 8.
Because that's when TCAT starts. 8.
A.M.
8 in the morning. Which isn't bad.
Interstate.
Yeah.
But I mean, you gotta think for like the last like few months of you been in there, you'll probably be co-opted out. Honestly.
I'll be co-opted out the last trimester.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And
I'll take, because you got 3 trimesters, and then in that class you'll have, it's 16 months, so technically it's supposed to be 4 trimesters. Or
Technically.
5 trimesters.
Yeah.
Because it'll go till 18 months. Because that gives you like a 2-month leeway of course time and how much time you have to do it. But I'll be done with that easily in a year. Because I understand the basics of most of it now anyways. So now it's just actually taking the tests.
Really, all HVAC is a lot of plumbing and a lot of electrical all shoved into one box.
Exactly.
Like, that's basically what it is,
You gotta throw in
know?
a few more things
So,
besides that.
yeah, I mean, you got to understand
H-
elements, but,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
outside of that, really, it's just
HVAC is
electrical and
simple.
plumbing, you know?
HVAC is really simple, and all plumbing and HVAC, like running ductwork, is just
It's
puzzles.
exactly.
It's puzzles for adults that they get paid to do.
It's one big puzzle, and some of
It is
them
fun.
are very confusing.
Very expensive puzzles.
Very expensive.
Very expensive puzzles, yeah.
Yeah, you
But the
ever seen them
paycheck
1,000
from
pieces?
said
No.
puzzles, just think about the paycheck from said puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh, he's real
Well,
good.
I mean, I don't think
Ask me how I know. It's real
I mean,
good.
it's not really that bad. I mean, like, from the little bit of plumbing that I've actually done, I mean, like...
Plumbing's not that bad.
It don't bother me. What bothers me is when I'm sitting there in a competition and the wind blows and it knocks my primer over onto my hands and then immediately knocks my glue back onto my hands. So then my hands have just then been purple primed and then glued.
What
And
bothers
my
Back
hands
to
are
back.
getting chemical burned because that primer is glued now to my hand from the glue that's encasing it. So I can't clean my hands. That's what I don't like about it. But that's not every time.
How long does it stay? Like, how long
Dude.
does it take for you to get it off?
Like, well, you see, I was at a competition for FFA at another school, and then we immediately ate Mexican after, and here I am eating chips, and all I can taste is chemicals. And then when I got home, I mean, I scrubbed my hands with some soap for probably about, like, maybe 5 minutes, and it was good. But, I mean, that's basically anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you get paint on you.
And I'll tell you
I
what,
mean,
best thing you can do, it doesn't matter what kind of work you're doing, get a bottle, like one of the big things of Gojo.
It's yeah,
Like
yeah,
a lot
you're
of
gonna need it.
mechanics use it just because it's got like grit in it and it's good for like grease and stuff.
I'll tell you what gets paint off pretty good is WD-40.
WD-40 does get
really
paint off.
does.
Spray yourself with some WD-40 and then rub it off.
I guess because that oil doesn't mix with that latex paint very well.
What's in store for your future?
I mean,
What are you doing after?
Yeah, we.
Let's see about like maybe 5 years down the road. Where you at? What's going on?
5 years down the road, I can go ahead and tell you right now, I do not have a career chose.
Menu.
So it's more or less like wherever the money is best is
Right.
where I'm going.
Whatever opens up.
and a lot of people say, don't worry about money for like a lifelong job or whatever. And to a certain extent,
I can understand that.
I can understand that. But then again, at the same time, short term, you have to worry about money because you can't live with your parents forever. You can't.
Yeah, especially
I'm
in this
definitely
economy.
not a person that will tell you that money cannot buy happiness. But I believe it to a certain extent.
I don't believe
but
that money can fully buy happiness.
I don't think. I
Oh,
don't,
there's other aspects to it.
not yeah.
You can have money and be happy though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like everybody that's rich is just money's not good. No, they like money. Let's make this
they,
clear.
They like money.
But
There's no
money
doubt.
for people who have like that certain amount of money, it's different to them. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's
Money.
It's just paper.
I think money can't buy 100% happiness, but it can definitely help.
Money's just paper, but that paper rules the world.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really does.
I was about to
that's
say
the green devil
at this
right there.
at this point, it's what makes the world spin.
I mean, literally, school's a business now. They don't bring you in to teach you. They bring you in because they get paid
You
to.
get paid.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
There's no
it's a
teach-
public.
there's-
It's not. It's a public school, but guess what?
Paid.
Money.
Tax dollars go into that.
Yes.
Money.
Yes.
Oh,
That's why they send you to
All money.
court now when you miss school because it's a bit. When you're not there, they're not making that money for you.
Exactly.
Because when you go to school, whether you know it or not,
They make so much
there's
money
a
a
price
kid.
over your head. So maybe
For
they just don't.
for
Maybe,
every
maybe the
day
amount
you're
they're
there.
getting from you, maybe this ain't so good. Maybe that's why they don't care about it too much.
Maybe they're just,
Like,
just chilled out.
$2 out of the budget today. I guess
Yeah.
that Smithson boy didn't make it.
yeah. Like, they said I'm not gonna get $2.13 today. Well, that's what Smithson's
They
price
probably bring
is.
me up a lot. They're like, yeah, that Smithson boy skipped today again. He's like, It's $2. It's okay.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Don't
Like
even,
at the end of the
Don't
day,
worry about it.
yeah, but they'll
even
send you
with
to
the
court for not
100
going to school.
Yeah.
They send you to court to miss another
No,
day
I
of school.
have had a lot of friends that have gotten truancy and stuff, and that's why like I've always kept it to a minimum. But I can't lie, like this year I've been bad with it.
I've been
I
really
just-
bad with it this
Man,
year,
it's
dude.
just
I got a
overkill.
bad case of
This year's
senioritis.
the worst year about it, and I feel like next year is 10 times worse.
It's just hard to.
I'm
I
gonna
think
just
you
go
should
ahead
go
and
virtual.
I'm gonna just go ahead and put this out there. Next, like for the rest of my school, for like the rest of this semester, I have absolutely nothing going on.
Me neither.
The worst thing I gotta worry about is personal
than TCAP.
finance.
Yeah,
And personal finance is simple
It's not.
class.
You're good.
It's so easy.
You're gonna pass personal finance.
I'm not even worried
It's
about
the
passing
most
it.
simplest class you will ever go through.
I was worried. I wasn't worried about passing. I was worried about getting 100, and I did.
I got personal finance and math. Ben does not care.
No,
I'm gonna just put this out there now.
We did a 6th grade worksheet the other day in Walker's.
we did. We colored it. We colored it.
We were like, why does it say that? Because we couldn't figure out how to do the second worksheet because it said it was like a typo or something. And she
Yeah.
was like, well, I guess that's what you get when you pull it from a 6th grade worksheet. And we were all just like,
In my economics class, not too long ago, we were watching the Lorax and answering questions over it.
Dude, bet.
that's funny.
Yeah, it's a trip in there.
It has to do with the economy.
It's school for me this year it's the easiest year I've ever had to go through. Like I genuinely don't do any work. I don't have any classes that I do work in besides first maybe.
Man.
And I have second. I go into construction. That's great. I love that class.
Hands on.
Yeah.
And third, I go into economics. Like I said, it's the stuff
Except it's
like
it's,
I
it's
was-
economics.
It's economics. And after that, I go over to the TCAT and I chill out.
I feel like they should teach you more classes like economics, though. You know,
Exactly.
like I feel like there should be classes about
They
like.
our school never should have got rid of home ec. I will
Well, there
tell
should
you
be
that
home
right
ec.
now.
There should be home ec, and I think there should be like a full on just like. This is like. I mean, I know you got personal finance and economics, but they don't stretch out personal finance as enough.
The
No,
way
they
mine
don't.
is this year,
They try to
is
cram
half of this semester I'm doing economics, and
And
the
then
other
the
half I'm
other's
doing
personal
personal
finance.
finance.
Yeah, see, that's how ours is.
That's
And
how
I-
ours is.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Yesterday,
No.
technically yesterday was the start of personal finance.
Yeah, so it's been 9 weeks, so there's
Yeah.
9 weeks left in the semester.
Been 9 weeks.
Yeah,
already?
we're 9 weeks
For
through the
our
semester.
semester.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Our
they
semester.
started
Y'all-
back around the same
we're
time.
we're like
Yeah.
right there.
It's
Yeah,
either
I
like
was
a
about to
day or
say,
two
y'all-
off.
yeah.
You know? Like I mean,
It's right here in the same area.
That's crazy.
So your
Yeah, time's
economics is
flying.
going to transfer over into personal finance within the next couple days. And I don't understand why two of the most
Important
important
classes.
classes you're going to take in high school are 9-week classes.
I don't
They're
understand
not
that either.
because nobody takes them serious anymore, and that's why they've dropped the other classes like that too.
And that's why there's so many people who don't know what they're doing when they get
Yeah.
out of high school.
Exactly.
think about it. Think about how, like the unemployment rate and like how like poor people are. I mean, like I know obviously you're like recession, whatever.
Yeah.
And inflation's through the roof. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You can't even buy a gallon of milk for like less than
$3.
$3 now. In some places, it's like you can't even buy it for less than like $4.
man.
And like
I've been swiping.
People-
I swear
Yes.
to you, I've been
Just
swiping.
sitting there
them
swiping.
all podcast
there's a
long.
bad ladybug problem in this bill.
They're good luck though. So
This
Ladybugs are
economy-
good luck.
This
Well, that might be an
economy is-
Asian beetle.
This economy. Is
I don't
not-
know. I have smashed thousands and thousands and thousands of ladybugs.
This economy is just not a forgiving one.
I remember there was a time I walked into my mom and dad's bedroom in our old log cabin, and the entire window was covered in ladybugs. It looked like the window was moving, and I
Out.
I panicked. I did not know what to do. Did not know what to do
I
at all.
wouldn't know what to do either. I'd be like, "What is going on right now?"
It was terrible. It was like a nightmare.
Ugh.
It was like a horror movie.
Yeah, they're just crawling all over each other and
Yeah.
falling because there's so many. Yeah,
It's
that's
weird.
how this gets. Because like the rafters up there, they'll get swarmed and there'll be too many trying to crawl on the other side and they'll just be falling. You'll just hear speck, 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 speck because there's just so many
I
ladybugs.
meant
Yeah.
to ask you, is there like any special thing with those license plates? Or
No, that ain't. Those are not mine. Believe it or not, those are the person who built those shops, which is the person who owned it before we got this house. So,
how
you know-
did you get those up there?
We've got a lot. They're very tall people.
That is
The Tatums are very tall.
That's at
They
least
are.
like 15, 20 feet.
But
No, that's about 20 foot.
Yeah.
so
That's about 20 foot.
speaking of like stuff that happened here around this area, like like a few years ago, or whatever. I remember the few times you came over,
Yeah. Ooh.
and well, this is one of my favorite memories of me and you, just because of like how cool it was. Like we'd been outside jumping on the trampoline, fighting with lightsabers all day, and it got nighttime. We went in, and Christian had his friend Justice over, and Justice had my Indiana Jones bullwhip, and
the sword.
he whipped your sword
Out of my
and ripped
hand.
it, and it flew out of your hand into his.
Connor, I will tell you right now, probably one of the best times of my entire childhood was those days that you're talking about right there. Those days that I would go over to your house and me and you would just do like.
Remember them trick shots?
Yes.
You remember that one I said? Like, it was the most impossible one you could hit. I couldn't hit it again if I tried, like ever. And there was one of those little, like a little lawn chair, and it had a pocket in it, like a little fold-out chair.
Yeah.
I look at Gage, and we held this little. It's like it's not even I don't even know what kind of ball it was. It was like a little tiny ball, and it had like a good bounce to it. And I was like, Gage, if you want to make these shots, you just gotta not care. And I just threw it over like this, and it just sunk in. And I was
just
like,
fell in, and
Yeah.
it was probably halfway across his entire kitchen. And I was I sat there, I was so amazed.
You're just like,
I praised him. I was like, you are crazy. You're a crazy man. You're a crazy man.
yeah, but like I do miss those times too, because it's just like nothing mattered.
we
Like
were
it
very
was just.
carefree.
It was just
So
like
free.
Gage
And, like,
is coming over, and we're finna
Coming
hang
over,
out.
and we're fixing to just like
have fun.
a full.
Do you remember that feeling of like sitting there in your last class back in Louisville, and you knew that you were going to somebody's house?
Yes,
And
and
you
it felt
or like
like
if somebody was coming over,
forever.
and you're just sitting there thinking about like, oh, we're gonna do
That's
this and
all-
this and
it-
this.
I don't know. Like looking back on it now, it's you don't get anything that feels like that.
No,
No,
no, there's nothing.
It's
that
like
ever
Trenton.
compares to
It's like if
anything
Trenton or Andrew's like, hey, I'm coming over. Hey, come over. I'm just like, okay.
Okay.
Like I'm
Yeah.
coming, I'll be there. I guess it's just because like those moments, they weren't like. I mean, I wouldn't say they were rare, but they were definitely not like an everyday thing.
Yeah, it wasn't
Like,
Yeah,
it
it,
was
wasn't like something that happened every weekend or whatever.
Especially with me, because I never like went over to anybody's house a whole lot. Like, you
Like
know,
Connor came over to my house maybe 6 times throughout middle school.
yeah, like in total.
So I felt like you know how a lot of parents will say that you don't like because kids will say they can't wait to grow up, and the parents will say that you're like no you don't. You want to stay young.
Yeah.
I can see that, but it's not the same way. I feel like I would want to stay young to feel how things felt back then.
Yeah.
But the freedom that you get when you get older.
Yeah. See, there's pros and cons
with
with it because, like, I mean, you don't have that excitement. Like, you don't get that enjoyment out of everything like you did as a kid. But, like, looking into things, like, you got more freedom you can do.
Yeah.
Like, say I wanted to go see Trent. Okay, well, I'm going to go see Trent.
Yeah.
But, like, back then, I'd have to wait and try to get my mom to text his mom,
Yes, and you
and
would have
the
to
odd
sit
chance
there-
that he was at his
sit
mom
there
with his
and
mom
pray,
Yeah.
to
pray,
get on the Xbox Connect. And I remember that one time you got grounded for a week, and whenever we were like 5th grade, and we'd been playing Terraria all week, and whenever you got grounded, dude, I remember I was just like shattered. And then I remember you snuck and got on, and you were like on there for like 5 minutes, like, yeah, dude, it's gonna be so awesome. We're about to play, and then we heard the door, and you were like, I gotta turn my Xbox off. Just like that time period of our lives was just like it's enough to suffice for me for sure.
It definitely
Yeah.
was. Like
Yeah.
I'm not one to look back on the past, but like those
Like
were
that's
those were
not
some
even
of the
that's
best
not even
times.
looking back on the past. That's
Let's
just
just
reminiscing.
talking about the good old days, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's reminiscing.
That was the good old days.
That's
Where the only care in the world was what I was going to play next.
Exactly.
and it's so weird, because like you moved in 7th grade, and that was like it was definitely a huge adjustment for me because you've always been there. Like that picture of me and you at that, like, I don't even know where we were. It looked like we were in a barn. It looks like we were either at a circus or at a barn.
The
And
one you talking about where?
I'm wearing that green shirt. And
I think we were at the fair.
yeah. Well, that, like, you moved, and, like, I was just like, that's tough. And, like, but we still played, like, almost every day, and, like, it didn't seem like you were gone. Like, I miss seeing you. Like, I mean, I'd see you, like, maybe, like, once every few months at church. And, like, and it was just weird. It was a weird adjustment, and, like, now, like, I feel like it's been forever since we actually, like, talked. And, like, I know we've been getting on recently, but, like, it still feels, it's like whenever, like, we're together, I just, like, think about the old times,
It's just, I don't know. It's like, it's just that nostalgia.
Like, you're definitely a day one.
Whenever it's in person.
That's one thing that I really love about this podcast is, like, bringing people like you on. We really get to sit back and look and just really think about how good things were.
Exactly.
Because, like, they're definitely not just bad now. That's not at all what I'm saying.
No.
Because now it's
Just different.
it's on to better things, but at the same time, can you get much better than...
No, it's like, I would genuinely give everything I know and love to
Go back
to
for just a
go
couple
back,
days.
to go back and have that feeling again.
Yeah.
Of having like,
Yeah, man.
like getting on GTA,
Playing GTA at like
Playing
3
GTA,
a.m.
yes.
and trying not to be loud and wake everybody up in the house.
Because you know if you do, it's going to be hell to pay.
Sitting there making Trenton scream.
Shit,
Trenton
like-
got beat across the back with a 2x4, bro.
Over
Let's
a game
talk about
of
that.
natural disasters.
Let's talk about that.
Beat across
A
the
game
Okay,
of natural
I
disasters.
I didn't
Roll
have
Ball.
the first clue what I was doing. And my granddad was outside of our house. Outside and like on the far end of the house. And he had the door open because it was summertime. He had the door open and I screamed. And he heard me.
It was late.
Dude,
No, it wasn't late. It was
in
middle of the
middle
day.
dude.
Like,
Was it?
It was
'cause
broad
his
daylight, like
papa was
noon.
outside.
No,
It
I
was
could've
noon.
It was middle of the day.
No, it
I'm
wasn't.
telling you.
No.
It must have been like 12 or 1 or something.
Yeah,
I remember.
it was.
Crazy.
It wasn't late at all.
All
Like
I
it was
remember
broad daylight.
is-
So you were being. Oh my god.
He survived a round, but he was
That's
almost
crazy.
dead, and we told him how to reset his character, but he did it right when the round started. And he went, he was like, ah, like just screaming top of his lungs, and all of a sudden you hear, ow, purple!
I heard, dude.
And then-
me and Connor did not ever. I don't think we ever laughed harder after
Dude,
that.
no, like I mean,
No, there's no
literally,
way.
I remember your dad come in and chewed you out for laughing so hard, and I was
Oh
sitting
my
there,
God,
and,
bro,
and that made me
yeah.
laugh even more because here I am, and I've heard Trenton get a 2x4 broke over his back.
It literally cracked on my back. It hurt so bad. It left a welt that was, I mean, black as Andrew's.
And it didn't help that whenever your dad came in, we were still laughing, but we was on that, oh yeah, Mr.
Yes,
Krabs.
bro.
Oh yeah.
He came in and I was dead. I was dying, and he like, I was just laughing so obnoxiously, and he came in my room and started just telling me off. He was like, oh, it was honestly funny at the time too because I had y'all in my ear. Like,
Yeah, and there I was laughing.
It was just chaos, bro. And then that music going
Yeah.
on. The Mr.
Oh
Krabs
yeah, Mr.
music,
Krabs.
yes, the
What did he
music.
say? He was like, "Turn that stupid crap
Yeah,
off."
he was like, because I had it like blasted. I had it blasted off the TV.
Oh my gosh! I remember whenever group FaceTimes weren't a thing, and we'd all have to download one of those little rinky-dink apps, and we used to
Yeah.
use
Oh, yeah.
House Party.
House party.
Did you remember that?
yes.
And it would tell you when somebody it said like Gage is in the house, and then you could go like I remember the days of that, like talking to people from
That's
Scotts Hill
old.
and
House
like-
party. That is old.
It was.
I remember when we had that Skype group too.
Yeah, we used to do Skype a little bit.
Dude, we've been through it we've been through it all, man. When it comes to like communication, we've tried almost everything. I remember whenever COVID like first hit and we were all like quarantined for forever. I remember me and you like took on like a third shift night job like schedule. Like we were waking up at like
Yes.
like either 1 or 2 or 3 in the evening and then playing all night.
Swear, and not going to sleep until 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, like me and you were working like a third shift
Yes,
schedule.
we were working night shift. That's exactly what we were working.
Dude, I miss those times for real. But I mean,
that was great.
what are you gonna do? We're having a good time still.
Yeah,
I was about to say
still
now.
having a good
Now the
time.
good times just come
Exactly.
a little differently.
Yeah.
Now it kind of hits a little harder, but
Yeah.
not the same.
No.
Yeah.
No, not the same.
Like, there's nothing I would give to ever lose those. Like, there's not enough money on this planet for you to be like, would you lose all those nights you had with them two and whoever else for, say, an infinite amount of money?
Won't take it.
I'd turn it down in a heartbeat.
I won't
Never.
take mine either.
I mean, they're irreplaceable.
Colin, I will buy you some new pants, my boy.
Nah, it's cool.
Man, it's kind of like
Those things look like they have been through war and back.
He hadn't had those very long.
you can
I had them for like maybe like 6 months.
you
so.
can take the dog out of the fight, but you can't take the fight out of the dog. You can't take my memories.
Those things look like you have rode horses in just those boots for the past.
No, dude, these boots are my new boots. I got them
He looks
for
like
my
a cowboy.
birthday, I think.
No, I'm saying.
No, Christmas. I got these for Christmas.
I'm not saying the boots. I'm talking about the pants.
Oh.
Just like the boot cut.
They kind of look like They kind of look like bell bottoms right now with that split in the back.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I got my chaps on.
That's a hard-working cowboy.
Basically.
Exactly what you got on.
Goodness
But I mean,
gracious.
there's nothing that you could ever offer me. Not right now, for sure. But there's nothing you could ever offer me to get rid of any of that.
No.
Never.
No, and I think that's kind of like a general like, we usually ask like a trademark question, but I think like what we're talking about right now, I think it kind of just like, I want it to kind of be like the theme,
Yeah.
because like it's kind of like a reunion for me because I ain't seen you like actually sat down and talked to you in person
Since when?
in a
Last time I really
very
sat down and talked to you was May of last year. Whenever we got back from bowling at like 1:30 in the morning.
like the last time
I mean, most of the time that we've hung out the past forever, it's
you've either had like, and it was been like a passing by.
Yeah.
Like when I see you in Walmart, like it's just more like hey, and then I see you for like 5 minutes and then you're gone, or like, and like the last time I like actually seen you in person for a while was when we went to prom. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So how are we getting you to prom this year? You coming?
Well,
Yeah,
speaking
we're
of,
sneaking
hold
back
up. Okay, so my old lady's taking her friend who's a sophomore, which means that's going to be her +1 ticket.
Yeah, which means
Means my +1 ticket is free.
you better get you a suit, cuz.
And then mine's free anyway, so
May.
It's like a week before May 19th, I think, maybe, or like maybe 2 weeks. I know it's close to our graduation. We graduate May 19th.
I want to say it's the 8th.
You better be there, dude. You better be at that daggum.
Graduation.
You better be at
boy.
graduation. If you're not graduation,
Hey, I hope y'all know I'm getting branded.
I'll throw a fit.
I'm getting
I
branded
want to be
after
the one who
graduation.
brands you.
I will let
Are you
you
getting
know.
a heat
I want to
brand
be
or are
the
you
one
getting
who
a freeze
brands you.
brand?
I'm
I
calling
want
dibs
I
on
want to
that
do
right
hot brand, but nobody else wants to, so I guess we're doing freeze brand.
now.
Who's doing it with
No,
you?
Who's a
definitely need to know.
There's like 4 or 5 people want to
That
do
would
it.
be much more funnier if you did hot brand.
Yeah,
I'd love to
It'd
do
be
a hot brand,
funny
but see,
for
I
us.
got to get somebody to make a hot brand for me.
that'd be a good BTP.
We can make it.
No, like I want to get it professionally made.
Oh, we got a forge out there. We can
mean,
professionally make anything. My
Start a
God, you
fire,
work at a
get some
fabrication
coals,
shop.
and hold it down under there.
Bad.
No, I'm talking
I
like the
got all the
actual
supplies at Ace
design.
Hardware.
Yeah, we'll just buy one.
I kind of want to get a
We'll order
cross.
it on
I kind of want to
Amazon.
get a cross.
Get a cross on the back of your neck.
No, I want to do.
So Trenton's steering away from tattoos and he's going to brands.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You
I'm
know,
not steering
JW
away
got
from
his
tattoos.
brand and then got 2 tattoos right
Yeah,
after.
no, I seen that.
I want to get it like center of my chest where it kind of comes up to my collarbone a little bit,
You're
right there.
That's going to be
Crazy.
tough.
All right, boys. Let's talk tattoos after. I do want to wrap things up before that camera dies, and so we don't go over too terribly long.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we also got something else to film, and I thank you so much for coming on. As I see you step off, I'm gonna do my little outro,
Thanks,
and then
Gage.
we'll definitely have some conversations after this.
Love you, Bo.
Love y'all too. Listen, it's been a great time.
You're coming back.
Talking to y'all.
You'll be back for
Yeah,
part 2 for
You'll
sure.
be back.
And I hope if we ever decide to branch off into any sort of like gaming channel or something,
Don't you?
you're in on it.
100%.
One call away.
In on it.
Sometimes you're not one call
Speaking
away,
of, yeah,
I'm on-
sometimes
just blow my phone up.
I was about to say,
blow my phone.
sometimes call
I'm not a
Gage
Tristan.
1,000 times.
Shout out Tristan. So I just asked you to step off.
But
We'll wrap
speaking
things
of,
up.
if y'all would love to see us do like a funny moments, like gaming channel type thing, let us
I'm gonna
know
grab your
because
Coke
that's
for
a
you.
dream.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
go
dream.
ahead.
girl.
Thanks,
Here,
man.
look,
Thanks.
What a
here,
gentleman.
watch
What a
this.
gentleman. What a gentleman.
I'm gonna buy y'all a trash can.
That's a good idea. That's
As always, thank you so much for listening and watching, and thank you for watching and talking with us because it's just our nature.
Peace out.